Hi, welcome back to the garden, and things are growing. So, last week, had some stuff going on, mostly vacation Bible school at church, and then I got sick and the holidays, so I still haven't finished putting that together. But if I go over here, check out the eggplants, they pretty much all have, get a different angle, have eggplants growing. And there's another, and I'll walk over here, there's another there, and I don't think there are any on that plant. And then over here on this plant, I've got one there, one there. So, we got stuff growing. Now, if I go over here to the chili laboyo, I don't think I've got any actual peppers yet, but I've got a lot of flowers coming on. Like there's flower, and looks like we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more flowers there. So this one's definitely producing a lot of flowers. Now, one thing that happened, oh, that's actually starting to produce peppers. It's kind of cool, and they're pointing up. Which if the camera can pick that up, there's one pepper. And over here you can see a couple more that are pointing up like that one. Now, some of these seem to have fallen over. And I'm not quite sure if I should be concerned about this or not. I'm kind of tempted to get a support piece and just straighten that up, but it's pretty strong there with it falling over. I'm not sure if I can get that up without breaking anything. Let me try later. So, okay, here's the soleo. Let me zoom out. That is probably about 5 feet tall at that end. This stuff in most of the world is called jute. In the Philippines, it's called soleo. And you basically can harvest the leaves, and some of these have been harvested already. I'm trying to find a spot that's... Of course, I say that, I can't find a harvested spot on camera. But they've been harvested a bunch for the leaves. You basically boil them in vinegar, and they taste really good. They're so flavorful cooked that way that like a couple leaves on a bowl of rice, and you're eating good. Okay, enough about the soleo. Over here we have the Thai chilies. I don't think I've got any fruit growing. There might be a couple fruits. Oh, and as I say that, there's fruit. So they're coming along, and there's a bunch of flowers there. Now, these were from saved seeds from last year, so I'm not sure if they're hybrids, so I'm just kind of crossing my fingers. They're all pretty short, and it's hot out, so I'm not sure it's good or bad for them. And over here, these plants on the end are also the same. They need to get watered. My volunteer tomatoes, as you can see, are doing very well. We've got tons of flowers on them, but we also got fruit coming up. And there's some more fruit. Let's see. We've harvested some of this. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it. Oh yeah, there's in there. You can see some cherry tomatoes growing. So those probably should get pulled off. But there's some more green tomatoes and more green tomatoes and more green tomatoes. And over there, if you look in the middle, down there, there's some more green tomatoes. So the tomatoes seem to be doing okay. Here are my experimental 2 chili laboyos that were closer to the house, so they'd be shadier. Honestly, it doesn't look like it's making any difference at the moment. They were a little stunted earlier, and none of them have flowers or fruit on them, so maybe those do like more sun. And here are my determinate tomatoes. So I've got some flowers starting. See a flower there. But I don't think I've actually got fruit on this yet anywhere. But we'll see how they do. And for the tree, walk over here. There's our 3-year-old calamansi tree. It's probably about 3 feet tall at this point. 2.5, something like that. but it seems to be doing okay. Everything out here probably needs to get watered later today. That's it for the garden. If you're not already gardening, you should be. Learn to grow your own food. And I gotta go feed the chickens.